Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. And today I will be reading multi-character Susu by me. So let's get into it. Tengen. Now, Tengen didn't know about this. You had hidden this from him for a very long time. A decent time enough that he never suspected it. And to be honest, if he knew, it would terrify him to no end. That you were hurting yourself. That you were in need of his help. And yet refused to get it. And it all just dawned on him one day when he went into your room and happened to see you doing that. He was frozen for a moment, his eyes lingering on the blood on your skin, the shock on your face, and the fear in your eyes. But he didn't linger for too much. He acted quickly, immediately taking the tool that you were harming yourself with in his hands and throwing it away. He took a hold of your wrists and looked into your eyes. Why? I'm not asking much, Ryan. I just want to know why, he said. And you were trembling, tears welling up in your eyes. I can't tell you. Just tell me. Why? It's not. He won't understand. I know I'm terrible, and I don't deserve you, or this life you've given me, but that's not it, you idiot. He whispers, and you can hear the heartbreak in his voice as he pulls you into his arms, letting out a sigh as he puts a hand into your hair and the other round your back. He holds you so close, pressing you to him to make sure you're warm, breathing, alive. And the rest can be dealt with as long as you're alive and there. It still breaks him in many ways, more than one. But at the very least, you'll be there with him. And he can help you. He now knows what's wrong. Or at least the most of it. And the rest will come later on its own time. Trust me, Ryan. I'll never leave you. So tell me what you need. And you do just that, knowing you'll be safe with him. Knowing that he will love you and welcome you, no matter what. Rengoku. Rengoku really loved you more than anything in the world. Perhaps not more than his brother. You and his brother were family to him. And he loved you both just the same, even if in different ways, of course. But seeing you in this state, it ruined him. It hurt him. There was a lot of fear in your eyes when he walked in to see you like this. And you could tell what you were thinking. You thought that he was going to leave you or be disgusted with you, or argue with you over what you were doing, though that was very different from what he was about to do. The very first thing that he did was catch his breath and breathe because he didn't know that he was holding his breath and he felt like he was going to die there. And then he took whatever you were holding in your hand and put it away. And gently, he held you. He didn't say a word, not a single one, holding you close to him and appreciating the feeling of you breathing against him. A feeling that he didn't know how scarce it might be until now. Please, talk to me. I won't ask for much. I don't blame you for not telling me. I'm not angry at you. But talk to me. I love you, Ayan, and I want nothing more than to help you. So let me help you, my love. He says so gently, so tenderly, that you can't help but cry against him, burying your face into his arms. Promise? Promise you will help me? I need you. You tell him, and he nods, feeling tears well up in his own eyes. But you had him now, and he had you, and everything will be alright. The road will be difficult. It certainly won't be an easy one in any way. But he was more than ready to walk through it with you. Giyuu Tomioka. Giyuu felt like he was dying. Or drowning. Perhaps both. Wouldn't you die if you drown? But it felt like he was trapped. Most of all. Like he didn't know what to say. Like he was stuck in a moment in time. Unable to break out of it. Until his body had moved out of its own accord. And grabbed whatever you were holding and threw it away. Look at me, Mayan. Look at me. And you're trembling for a while, unable to do so, out of shame or fear you do not know. But eventually you do, and you're crying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Giyuu. Just don't leave me. I know you might be mad at me. I'm an embarrassment, and a waste of your time, and a disappointment too, but don't ever say that again. He says, and pulls you into a tight hug, and you can feel desperation in the way he holds you, the way he presses you so close to him, as if desperate to keep holding on to you, as if it will keep you from hurting, and will make you feel better about yourself. Perhaps it almost does, and it convinces you that he won't stay around at the very least. You hurting yourself, it hurts me, Mayan. I can't accept you doing this to yourself. I can't see you hurting yourself and just let it happen, he says. And you can't argue with him on that. He's right. And you find yourself leaning into his hold. So what do we do about it? I don't know how to fix it. I feel trapped. It's okay. We'll fix it. We'll do it together. Just trust me. I'll be there with you. Every time you want to do this, you come to me and you tell me. And we'll deal with it. Together. And you believe him. You can't do anything but believe him. He's resolute, firm, determined, and so in love with you. And you know that he was going to protect you. From yourself and from your mind. And that was all you needed from him. Time, patience, and love. And Giyuu, he was willing to give you all of that and more. Because he loved you. And his love for you was true. It was more important than anything else you could have ever had.